friends, welcome back to my channel. And first of all, I would like to thank you all who are supporting my videos and subscribe my channel. So thank you very much for that one. And today the topic is very big one, and the important one, as my followers and my friends actually on YouTube, they actually requested me to talk about the student visa. Because they want to come over here to study, and is it a good option or not. So that's why I took some time to do my homework. I did it, and I'm actually talking about that one. I'm making that video to just guide you about the pros and cons and what you can look forward and you can work or know as a student. So just keep on watching the whole video, and I hope that in that video you will find some good answers of your questions. So first of all, you need to get an introduction about Malta. Like if you're looking forward to come over here, you may know that what is Malta and what you are actually expecting or can expect. So Malta is a very small island. It's an island surrounded by sea, and the nearest country to Malta are Italy, Tunisia, Libya, Greece. These countries are very near to Malta. So Malta, the best fact about Malta is in the ancient, like not the ancient, like during the World War II, the Malta was called as a Mediterranean nurse, because if you want to go toward Libya or Tunisia, you have to connect with Malta, and if you want to connect with Europe, the Malta is on your way. So during the World War, all the soldiers who were injured, usually they were coming to Malta to get some medical aid. So it actually played really important role during the World War II. And it is a very beautiful country. The native language of this country is Maltese, but in the official language of Malta is English, so which is a very rare and very good thing in whole over in Europe, because if you will see in Europe, every country has his own official language, like the language they use natively, that language is official language. But in Malta, the official language is English and Maltese, but everybody speaks English. There is no problem, no language barrier, so which is a very good thing to cover on. So the currency over here in Malta, before getting into a Schengen zone, Malta was having a currency its own by the name of lira, and lira was a very strong than euro. But currently, as Malta is in a Schengen zone with European Union, they changed their currency into euros. And euro, as you know, that how much the conversion of a euro back in Pakistan or India or wherever you, my friends, are living. So that is a currency over here in Malta. And the capital of this country is Valletta, visible, surrounded by the sea, ports, and a lot of things to do over there. Like Malta is all over surrounded by the parishes, cathedrals, and historic buildings, castles, which are really good to see. And if you are not aware with the fact, there is a fun fact that in Malta, a lot of the movies has been shot. Like if you know about the gameplay of Assassin's Creed, it has been shot last year over here. From Bollywood, Thugs of Hindustan, and the most recent one, which is coming on Eid, Bharat, has been shot over here. So it is a very attractive place. People are actually looking forward over here to just do whatever they want, because this is a very pre-ages type of infrastructure and a very historical place. So they can find a lot of things. Instead of making expensive sets, they are doing over here. So this is a very best thing over here. So let's come to the topic. So we were talking about the education for the student visa. So student visa, first of all, to apply here as a student visa, you must have to find a good university. So the good universities, I can tell you, over here they have two big universities, like University of Malta and MCAST, and there are a lot more even, but those are private and a bit expensive, like a Middlesex University, St. Martin College, and like these there are a bundle of options as well. But the thing is that if you are looking forward to get accredited and do some education from a budget friendly universities, and then I can advise you these two, University of Malta and then MCAST. So these are the two universities I can recommend you to come and study in, because they are good, multicultural, and a lot of activities, a lot of options to do. If you are studying in arts earlier, you can find some options in arts, even science, engineering, all of the options they have over here. So you just have to Google it, go on the university's website, select your desired subject, and you can just email them that there are multiple forms on the website. You can tell them that hey, look, I'm interested in this course, just let me know if I'm eligible for that one. So they will call you accordingly as per their procedure. So first of all, talk about the requirements. What are the requirements over here in Malta to come for a student visa? So first you have to contact a university to get to apply for a certain or selective, whatever you want, a course to study in, bachelor's, master's, whatever it is. But the requirements, minimum you have +2, like 12 years of education, and then you must have 50% marks in your previous educations. So this is the basic parameters, which is not that much high if you're looking forward to study in abroad, like back in Pakistan or India. That's not a big deal. 50%, usually students are getting more than 50%, but they are just asking for 50%, which is a very good thing. And then if you just finished your 12th standard or your graduation like 3 to 4 years before, and you was working, and now you think that you want to work, that you want to study abroad, and specifically in Malta. So the good thing is that Malta can actually waive off 3 to 4 years of educational or academic gap, so which is a very good thing. There are some rumors that to study in Malta you don't need IELTS, but in some courses, in some selective courses, they may ask you for 6 or 6.5 of educational IELTS academic band, which is depending on the course you're gonna select. Then the important topic is finance. So how much it will cost you? Is it a pocket friendly or a budget friendly or something like that? So let me split the finance thing into two. So one, we'll discuss about the fees, and the second, we will discuss about the living expense. So the fee, if you are talking about the fee, so it can cost you in initial certifications, like it can cost you from 7,000 to 8,000 euros for the whole course. But it depends what you are selecting. Again, I'm gonna just quote it that it depends what you are selecting, because when you're studying over here as a non-EU and non-Maltese student, it can vary, or it can be more expensive for you to, in the terms of fees, because for Maltese it's free. For EU nationals it's some certain the waive off type of scholarships. So but for the non-EU, non-Maltese, it's a bit expensive. So if you are looking forward to do masters or bachelors over here, it can take some money from you, and which can be very high, pretty high. It can go from 15,000 to 20,000 for 2 years or 3 years. I'm talking about the wholesome package, which you have to pay in obviously installments. So this can be the finances on the terms related to fee. So if after the fee, we will discuss about the cost of living over here. So it's not that much expensive if you are just if you are a bachelor and you just agree to share apartment with your friends, to live on a shared apartment. So it may cost you with like somewhere around 150 to 250 euros. It depends how you're sharing. So and this will be your living expense, plus if you are sharing a grocery as well, it may go from 50 to 100 euros, and transportation per month, it will cost you around 30 euros up and down both. So it will be somewhere like calculatively everything together, it will be like 300 to 350 something, but it depends how you're gonna cost. If you are going to buy a branded jacket, so it may cost you, you can't add it in a living expenses. So I'm just telling you a basic living necessities, that how much those cost for you. So this is the finance. So how to apply? First of all, before applying to university, you have to check that which course you are actually looking forward to apply, that university is offering you or not. So if you find that course, just fill up that form and tell them that you're interested in that course, and they will maybe tell you to come for an interview online, obviously. So they will take an interview. In that interview, they will just check your linguistic skills and the authenticity, like you're a student and what is your like motives to come over here. So it can be a random and just a usual kind of interview. So after that interview, you just have to tell them about your qualifications. You have to do before applying. Maybe they will ask you before or after to do the MQRIC, which is an accreditation website over here, or the department in Malta. You can apply it online. You just have to upload your recent qualification, and they can evaluate you according to their academic ladder, and they will give you a level 1 to 4 somewhere, which is a basic to start studying over here, but it goes around 7 to 8, and I think 7 is for the masters. Yes, 7 is for the masters. Those who did masters, they get 7 level, which is not a bad thing. If you are looking forward to do the PhD, you can have a 7 level. So this was the basic things to apply. When you applied, once you applied, then you have to start the process to complete your documents. The university, it varies what they ask you. Sometimes they will ask you to show your funds, so you have to show them like 15 to 20,000 euros in your account, or in your parents account, not in your brother or sister account, but in your parents account, which has been staying over there like more than 3 to 5 months. Not like the day before you're submitting it, you just submitted the money or deposited the money in your account, because that will be a not authentic way to do that. So you have to make a certain time period that they can trust on, that yes, this is your amount and you can afford yourself. And maybe you can show your assets back in Pakistan or India, that you have these assets, and in the time of need you can just cash them out, and they can help you out to finance yourself during your stay back in here in Malta as a student. So the best thing over here, you have the 20 hours a month, 20 hours a week, sorry, 20 hours a week part-timer approval to work, so by the Identity Malta. But on that thing, if you're working 20 hours a week as a student or as a part-timer in Malta, they may check you off and on with your university, that your grades, that your attendance, and that your progress is going satisfactory with the university, or you're compromising your studies while you're busy in your work. So if they found something disturbing or something going on wrong, so they can stop you working anytime, anywhere. So that's a con, you can say. But if you're looking forward to if you are very interested and it's your motive to study, so it's a pro as well for you. So these are the things. And while you prepare your documents to apply, maybe they ask you for the notarized documents, all your credentials notarized and approved by HEC or Higher Education Commission back in India even. So they will ask you to just recognize your all credentials by those authorities, and then they will send you an offer letter. They will send you offer letter, you will sign that one, and they will tell you about the other things they need, the small documents like affidavit or something like that, or a birth certificate which shows your family tree, that your parents, these are your parents according to, there are a lot of scenarios where people actually tried to fraud and made some fraud documents. So they're very conscious about these things now. So but the thing is, when you do all your documents, then you can go for the visa. And back in India, there is a lot of embassies. I think one is in Bangalore And for Pakistan, as Maltese embassy is not over there, maybe you have to fly to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, and there is VFS Global from where you can get your visa. They will take a small interview from you to just check that this is not a part of a human trafficking, or this is not a fraud. So they will just check you about your linguistic skills and your motives, and they will issue you a visa, which is a very good chances to get a visa, which is not a very difficult thing to get one if you're coming as a student. So these are the things you can look forward and you have to arrange. And before going to embassy to apply for a visa, you must have to take a medical insurance, minimum 1 year medical insurance, around 80,000 euros they ask for. That accidental insurance, you must have that one before traveling. And then airfares, they will cost you according to your requirement. You can take some flights which are coming by more transactions, or you can take a direct flight. It will cost you a bit more, and you can take an economy seat, or you can take a business class, and business class will cost you a lot more. So these are the things over here. Emirates, Turkish Airlines, Qatar, Etihad, and Air Italia, Lufthansa, they're all coming over here in Malta. So you have multiple options to get on. So these are the things that you can save your money from, and these are the things you can make up some money to invest in your stay over here while you're living in Malta. So 20 hours a week are not less, and are good that if you're working as a part-time or over here as a student, 80 hours a month, you can I think afford yourself over here in Malta. So these are the things you can manage by yourself, by decreasing or increasing your income, or decreasing your expenses, and which is not a bad deal. And lastly, I think I hope so that I cleared all your questions which you asked me, and which were in your mind even. But if I left something, just let me know. I will be pleased to tell you about that one, and I would love to answer you about that one. But if I know that one, I'll give you an answer right away. But if I need to do some homework, I will prefer to give you that answer after getting some authentic information. So no problem for that one. Just you can touch me anytime. I'm just under the bar over here. You can leave a comment, and I can reply about that one. So hope so you enjoyed the video. It will be a bit informative for you, and don't forget to subscribe and like my channel, and just share it with your friends even, so they can find some helpful stuff from my video. And if there will be some questions, they will ask me even. So thank you very much. Just don't forget to subscribe and share it. So till the next time, bye.